From the never-ending news cycle, the never-ending wars, the never-ending politics, it seems. There's an election going on all the time. We just cleared a big election. We got another one coming up. Heads up, McAllen. We have an empty seat at McAllen City Hall, place 5, if I remember correctly. And we have one of two candidates in the studio. Michael Fallek stopped by KURV early in the morning. Appreciate you getting up early to talk to folks in District 5, place 5 in McAllen. Yeah, turn on the mic for Mike. There you go. Sorry, Mike. Yeah.
All right, that's okay. Thanks for having me here. Yeah, it's early morning, but I'm honored to be in studio with you.
Well, you were telling me off air for you, it's perhaps an early morning run every now and then.
Yeah, no, it's been my normal routine. Get out there early morning, 5-8 mile run.
Yeah.
Doing a little less of that now, but still walking the dogs early morning. Get out there, see people around the neighborhood, up and down the hike and bike trails. It's I am an
best
early
part
riser.
of the day, don't you think?
Well, you get to really reset. Maybe listen to a podcast, maybe go through in your mind what you got going the rest of the day. Put your thoughts together and be ready to hit it as soon as you get into the office.
I'll tell you what, Mike, if I had that time in the morning, for us, for producer Freddie and I, it's helter skelter in the morning. It's like, we're trying to catch up with the world, everything, all the audio and video and all this stuff to catch up. If I had that time to breathe and just walk and enjoy the sunrise, I'd do that and then go get me a big breakfast afterward. Maybe go back to bed.
It's a good start, but no, you got to be in here. You got to figure out what happened overnight and be ready to go so that people are informed through the day.
Yeah. Michael Fallek, he is candidate for McAllen, District 5, Place 5. The early vote is on April 20th, Monday, and May 2nd is the election to fill that seat in McAllen. There will be other issues on the ballot as well, and you'll have plenty of time to hear that on KURV. For folks who don't know you and your family, Mike, tell them about yourself. Your name pops up every now and then. The Fallek Project on 10th and the Expressway, or Fallek Construction Project, 10th and Expressway, other big projects as well. So tell folks about yourself.
We do have a number of business projects going around town. We've been developing, investing in the community for 20, 25 years. McAllen is our home. I graduated from McAllen. My dad graduated from McAllen. My two kids both graduated from McAllen. We've lived in this district, in this city, for really our entire lives. Grandparents actually moved down to McAllen after the Great Depression. It was the only place to find a job.
Wow.
And, I've been honored to really be headquartered here, both with my family and my businesses. We started working as a kid downtown. Mom and Dad had Mike's Man Shop there on Main Street downtown. It was a big part of our lives. Expanded a little bit into the mall. As a teenager, and I was working. I did prefer working in the mall sometimes, but working downtown was great. I really got to meet people, connect, learn, and improve Spanish speaking. But that retail store, it helped put my sister and me through college. So it was a great thing, Mike's Man Shop.
What do you make of the amazing growth of the McAllen economy, but the Valley economy in general? It's just incredible to see what's taking place.
It is. When my wife and I moved back here in '98, after we had graduated from the University of Texas and had started our career, I had taken a job with I'd graduated University of Texas School of Law and taken a job out in Arizona. And then when we ended up deciding to move back to Texas and start a family and start building businesses, there just were not all that many options here, quality of life wise. You could see that there was so much opportunity and there was so much building, but what we have available to us here now in McAllen and through the Valley is it's amazing what's gone on, what's transpired, and what's been built.
Opportunities we've never seen before.
Yeah,
for our kids.
And it's so important that we continue building those opportunities, the career opportunities, the different jobs, the different sectors that people here locally and kids going through school and wanting to retain that talent. It is so important that we make sure that we are building enough infrastructure, that we're building out the educational component, and that we have those career paths so that we make sure we keep our best and brightest here in the Valley, in McAllen, so we can keep that growth and that momentum going.
Local businessman and investor Michael Fallek, you've run for office before in McAllen.
I have in 21. I ran for mayor. It was a great experience. Javier Villalobos came out on top, and I think he's done a great job. And we're certainly supportive of everything that's going on here with the city. And I think the government's really done, by and large, a great job continuing to support the environment and the entire environment, and with career paths, like I said, and infrastructure and building out, and the quality of life for McAllen has really continued to improve.
Did you keep the signs, the big signs? You just got like
No,
cross out
no,
mayor and
no,
place
can't,
5.
can't do that. You don't look back. You just look forward.
Yeah.
And so new opportunities and a new race.
Michael Fallek is running for place 5 City Hall in McAllen. And as I mentioned, Mike, your name pops up every now and then when we talk about major projects in the area. Of late, we've been talking a lot with folks at City Hall or the mayor or a city manager about 10th and the Expressway, that city center project. You care to explain a little bit of what we might see in the future?
That is one of our big projects, McAllen City Center. We had seen when this McAllen Civic Center was raised so many years ago, and that property has sat vacant for so long.
Forgive me for interrupting you. So was that on purpose, the play on words? Civic Center?
Yes.
City Center?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
What do they call it that?
It was a little play on words, but I think it was really more about this actually being the center, and so important for McAllen and the region. 10th and the Expressway.
Yeah,
it was a shame that has sat vacant and really been an eyesore for all these years. So we're trying to make it where it's really going to be another attractive development, a place that people can come together. It's going to have different mixed use components to it. It's going to be something that the entire city and region can be proud of.
Hotels, restaurants.
So currently planned with a couple of hotels, some restaurants, and retail facilities along the frontage road and 10th Street. We've got a multi-tenant building that thankfully we're about ready to start going vertical with here in another month or two on the north side of the property, and we've got some great restaurants and retailers coming in.
Okay.
That one's going to be more local focused. And we are talking with some national tenants in the future after we get vertical and people see kind of proof of concept that want to come in. And so it's going to be a great addition to the city.
By when do you think the entire project will be done? At least the brick and mortar portion.
Nothing happens fast.
Yeah.
Every project, it seems like I'm doing, it's a 4 to 6 year time frame, and we've already been working on this one at least 2 or 3 years.
I know you're running for office, place 5 in McAllen, but with our business nerds in this audience, and with me, I'm just curious about all the business and the industrial stuff. For example, like on Military Highway. Tell me about that project that you have coming up.
Yeah, so that's another project. It's called the McAllen South Industrial Park. This actually, we're in year 6 or 7 on this development. Back even before COVID started, we had seen there was kind of a push to bring manufacturing and storage and logistics and transportation as a focus down here in the Rio Grande Valley. The location, obviously, next to the border is so important for companies, domestic and international, to be able to service both the domestic market and international through Latin America, Central America, South America. And so we put together a 125-acre industrial park. We can put up to about 1.8 million square feet in that park. It's going to be a game changer for the region. We've already sold a few lots in there. We've got international companies that have already purchased land and will be building. It's going to be hundreds of millions in investment that goes into that park from the groups and companies that bring in their own manufacturing and logistics facilities. And so it's going to be something that really creates another level of job and career opportunities for people here. The investment, the add to the tax rolls for the city allows the city to potentially continue lowering its tax rate as we build out more value on our tax rolls. So it's a benefit for the entire city and everybody that lives here.
Has the recruitment of tenants for all that square footage, is it a bit easier now? Is the phone ringing a lot more because of everything else in Brownsville and Mission and Harlingen, the growth in McAllen?
So regionally, for sure, that is something that helps. There's a push from Judge Cortez, from Maria Reina with this Rio Plex concept. Joaquin Spammer's been a big part of that too. And so there, we are getting more and more of the valley's name out there. And so, yeah, it certainly helps.
Yeah.
There is some uncertainty going on out there in the market with some of the political and international constraints, but we'll work through that, and it's going to be great.
I'll tell you what, you're dealing as a businessman, investor, industrialist. You're dealing all the time with City Hall. So what do you want to change at City Hall if you make it to Place 5?
Yeah, so it's not really necessarily about change, although, oftentimes people that are starting businesses in McAllen, there is, you get feedback that there is a fair amount of city bureaucracy that has to be worked through. You hear sometimes that McAllen is a harder place to start and succeed in business than some of the other places, but really we have the environment here. I like to talk about the business developments that I have going on, but as far as the connection to City Hall, I think that puts me in a unique position where I understand all those challenges. I understand what it means to have to work with every city department. I understand how great the McAllen staff is. You do have to navigate, but they do a wonderful job at City Hall, and it's really just important to be able to connect the business and the city. But I understand what it means to have to bring in water and sewer, bring in new electrical lines, make sure that the rights of way that you're given for city streets so that traffic works better. I understand the give and the take, and it makes it so that I can sit with people that the city may be trying to recruit and communicate how the city can benefit them and how the city can support them, and then can translate what the company's needs are to city and staff, and make sure that that open line of communication happens so that we do get the investment and we do support businesses coming into town, and we do create new opportunities for everybody that's living here.
Okay. Well, the inner workings when it comes to approval of permits, this, that, and the other, and infrastructure. And as one friend who's been in the front lines of business saying, Serge, we need representation in the vision setting side and all these committees and economic development. I think we need folks that have access to bigger projects, bigger minds, bigger visions to help recruit bigger industry to the area.
I appreciate you saying that.
Right.
But it's really getting in there and handling the blocking and tackling, and making sure that you're handling every component of it. One of the things that I like to talk about is how much time that I have given back and served on different city boards. One of the biggest, and to your point, one of the most important ones I think that I've volunteered for and served on is McAllen Planning and Zoning Board. I was on there for over a decade. I served as chairman for the last 4 or 5 years. I recently rolled off that board, but it allowed me to actually sit at the front of the room in city commission chambers and have to make decisions that affected people's lives. And it was one of the things that gave me so much satisfaction, is being able to sit there, and when constituents were having issues on getting their development through, to be able to bridge that gap and really communicate what the needs were, protect the city and the city code, and make sure that fire and safety and everything is taken care of, but to oftentimes bridge the gap and make sure that developments were able to push forward while still making sure that the city needs were taken care of.
Well, Mike, appreciate you again coming in and having this conversation with us. I hope you come back before the election. There's plenty to talk about, plenty of growth, plenty of challenges as we continue to this controlled, rapid growth in McAllen and in the Valley. Good
Excellent.
luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Happy to be here anytime.
Michael Fallek is running for Place 5 City Hall in McAllen. It's a seat that needs to be filled. Early vote is on April 20th, and Election Day is May 2nd.